Hi, I'm Carcino. Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. No, Nas and Jim Jones, this stuff goes back years. Nas is always the one a lot of people respected in the game, the hip hop world, the whole hip hop industry. Everybody knows Nas, Nasty Nas. He's a legend in the game, and his relevance is still strong. Jim believes because he had an album that I guess he sold some records, he's up there with Nas, or he's better than Nas, his gears now. And it's this bitterness that the people around him is like, dude, serious? You're not on this level. You never was. You're not even a rapper. You're not even considered a rapper. Not like that. You keep talking about what trend, what fashion, you smell me. Nas ain't finna go back and forth with somebody like you. You're not on his level for that. On a rap tip. Jimmy started talking about fashion. He fly and he just looked dirty and nasty. Nas out here staying quiet, doing his push and doing $100 million deals, $1 billion deals, and he's making big money moves and staying quiet. You see, he ain't got to get loud. He ain't got to be Jimmy. He ain't got to be 16 chains around his neck no more. He's done that. He in his grown man status now, and you out here on the couch, all your personal business getting thrown out by your wife, talking about how you can't wipe your ass correct. It's just horrible to see what these dudes is going through. It's like, what's the point? What is the main goal? So now you want to throw shots at Primo and Nas album. Like they only did 25,000 streams. 25,000 in the first week. It only equivalent to that. It was no marketing, no rollout for that. Nas ain't making it because he need the money. He doing it because he nice. He want to do. He's doing it because he love hip hop. He ain't got to do another album ever. He really straight forever. He ain't got to do none of this no more. He could tour Illmatic and don't have to ever make another album. He eats very good off Illmatic. That's why he pushed for that album more than anything, because all the business was done right. So Jimmy just wants to stay relevant by let me drop Nas' name every time something go down. You smell me? I'm gonna be next to Nas. You gonna see me. You gonna see Nas. Cause see, I feel like we on that same level. We on that same thing, man. You smell me? All this money I got. Look at this money in my hand. You know what I'm saying? Nas ain't seen nothing like this. You know what I'm saying? And this is these the guys that make money and they lose it. They make it and they lose it. They thinking having a bunch of clothes, you putting into wardrobe. Let me tell you about business. 90% of the people that matter don't give a damn about what you're wearing. They care about the business you're talking. They don't care. Nobody going, oh man, look at that shirt. Nobody that matters think like that. It's not even a comparison. Jimmy is damn near 50, and you didn't release all of these records, all of these projects, and Nas is still outworking you and putting out projects. He don't even got to. The King Disease, he just did that because he was nice. You put stuff out that didn't go anywhere, dog. So to try to roast somebody doing 24,000 in a week, what did yours do? Two, one? You know what I'm saying? It's good. The reason you are in the game as a rapper, you know, that's a mistake. That's what I'm saying. Look at him. He look like he sleep when he awake. I mean, the health kick is beautiful, man. I mean, he taking care of his health and keeping himself up. That's a wonderful blessing. God bless the man for that. You know, but this dude on the radio crying because people ain't talking to him and stuff like that. It's like, I mean, it's crazy. You look crazy out here, and people was only doing business with you just to spite somebody else that you was friends with, like it was gonna hurt them. And that's why people like Pusha T and Nas, they not gonna be concerned with no Jim Jones and what Jimmy talking about. Jimmy's looking for some attention, man. That's all it is. So don't fall for the honey trap. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. It's the honey trap you into come see what's going on with Jimmy. They're not paying any attention, Bree. Hi, I'm Carcino. Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Sorry about that. That pops up every now and then for some weird reason. But putting it all in perspective, you see the bigger picture. The bigger picture is clear. Uh, Nobody needs to actually go through these progressions. People know what it is. Now, was you at them Diddy parties?
Everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so
Yeah, that's what's up.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now, was you at those parties? That's what the people need to know. You don't come from this, dog. When they was out here making it happen, there was no Jimmy doing anything, man. Listen,
Check it out.
that was your boy Cino out there making it happen on the Vegas Strip. There was no green screen. I'm out there in drop tops. I'm making it happen in Vegas, hitting the strip up one time. Because many people don't know that we was living the life, and you evolve. You know what I'm saying? I used to want to have a big chain. I used to want to have the rims. I wanted to be the fly guy. I had the haircut every week, lined up perfect, car clean. It was a routine. Like car gotta get the smell goods. You gotta have everything in it. Gotta be fly. You know. And at that time, a woman didn't care what kind of car you had. She was glad you had one. You could pick her up. Does it work? Does it have heat? Does it got air? Can it get us to point A to point B without breaking down? I ain't got to get on the bus. That's what it was about back then. It wasn't about this nonsense. So to see Jim Jones doing what Jim Jones do, he got to be out there. He got to be in the public. Nas is relevant and don't have to do media. He don't got to do all this stuff. He don't. That hurt their feelings. It's like Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard don't talk. This dude don't talk. The media, the NBA got to force this dude to talk. So you forcing this man to chat and have a discussion just so he can come out and do the things that he do, that he gonna do anyway. We gotta force him to do it. Think about how that sounds. We gotta force this guy to go out and do the stuff that he's supposed to do. He don't wanna do media. He don't wanna be outside. He don't have a social media account, and everybody know his name. You gotta be damn good for that to happen. Oh, Dylan Brooks, nobody was focusing on that back then, you know? It is what it is, you know? People gonna do what people gonna do, and that's just that. Don't wish no harm on Jimmy and that. Look, man, get your paper. But if you gotta get your paper about hating on another man to get your paper when there's no reason to, it's like I could see if Nas was out here being bogus. But the only one that's being bogus is you. But you doing what you're supposed to do, right? Attach your name to somebody like Nas, somebody who ain't deserving to be attached to Nas. This the kind of nonsense you got to go through nowadays. Right. Then they be the first one talking about let's fight, right? They be the first and main ones talking about let's fight. 'Cause the rap, they can't keep up with the rap. I don't think about a Jim Jones album. Besides Ballin', I can't name one other Jim Jones song. There's some people that love Jim Jones. They'll tell you he the greatest thing since sliced bread. Most of those people though who like Jim Jones, they mostly they in their 30s and 40s now. You know what I'm saying? They getting introduced to 40. They not even YNs. These new YNs, they like, who the hell is Jim Jones? Oh, he's some old head who was relevant back in the day. You know, it's what it is now. This is the game. This is what all these dudes get themselves into. But Nas ain't thinking about no Jim. He can be bitter all he wants. Nobody's thinking about Jim Jones. Smell me, Brodzy. Man, I'm just gonna calm down because I'm gonna smack that kufi off your head. When I see you, yup, off go the kufi. I'll be like, dude, you ain't gonna put no hands on Nas, bro. Just stop playing. Yeah, well, when people are outside doing things, you know, it is what it is. It's a movement. It's an appetite for growth. But when you see these people, there's no appetite for growth. It's just more nonsense that begots more nonsense. So, well, what I end up doing is just concentrating fully on being the very best I could be. You know, that's just it. Everybody else is stuck in a conundrum. So on that note, Jimmy, yeah, it is what it is. I'm out, man.